Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Lecture 4 of Mathematics, Class 8, Chapter 8, Comparing Quantities. Let us see today's topics. First of all, we will recapitulate previous concepts. After that, we will learn about the concepts of discount, selling price, marked price, and successive discounts. So first of all, we will revise what we have discussed in the previous lectures, and then we will learn the new concepts of discount, selling price, marked price, and successive discounts. Let us recapitulate. We have learnt about selling price, the price at which an article is sold by a dealer is called selling price, that is SP. In short, we can write selling price as SP. Then we have learnt about cost price, the price at which an article is purchased by a dealer is called cost price or CP. In short, we can write it as CP. Then we have learnt about profit. If selling price of an article is more than the cost price, then the dealer makes a profit. So if the selling price of an article is more than its cost price, then the dealer makes a profit. Then we have learnt about loss. If the selling price of an article is less than its cost price, then the dealer suffers a loss. So we can write like this: if SP is greater than CP, then it is a case of profit. If SP is equal to CP, then it is neither profit nor loss. If CP is greater than SP, then it is a case of loss. Simple as this. Then we have learned the formula of profit percent and loss percent, as it was being told earlier also that profit percent and loss percent, they are always calculated on the cost price, and the formula will be profit over cost price into 100% in case of profit percent, and in case of loss percent it will be loss over CP into 100%. Simple as this. Then we have learned the formula relating SP, CP and profit percent. Whenever profit is given to you in percentage, you can use this formula to find SP, or you can use the formula to find CP. This is the formula to find CP. The above formula, this is the formula. This formula has been written in terms of CP. So it will be SP into 100 over 100 plus P. Here P is profit percent, as it is mentioned in the above line. So SP is equal to 100 plus P over 100 into CP. If this is the relation between SP, CP and profit percent, if the profit is given to you in percentage, then you can use this formula, or you can directly you can use your way also to find the required quantity. Then in terms of CP, if I will be writing the above formula, then it will be SP into 100 over 100 plus P, where P is profit percent. Now if I need to write the formula in terms of SP, CP and loss percent, then it will be, here L is loss percent, so it will be SP is equal to 100 minus loss percent over 100 into CP. And then in terms of CP, it will be written like this: SP into 100 over 100 minus loss percent. Simple as this. Then we have learnt about overheads. What do you mean by overheads? The expenses which add extra value to the cost price of a commodity, that is an article, which include shipping, delivery charges, insurance, repairs, rent and taxes, etc. So the extra expenditures are known as overhead expenses, or only overheads. So what do you mean by overheads? The expenses which add extra value to the cost price of a commodity, which include shipping and delivery charges of the commodity, insurance charges, the amount which you pay for the insurance of that particular commodity, repairs, the amount which you are paying for the repair of that particular article, rent or taxes, whatsoever you are paying extra value that whatsoever you are paying extra expense, that will be considered as overhead expenses or overheads. So the extra expenditures are known as overhead expenses or overheads. Now thus overheads, if any, are always added to the original cost to get the total cost. Here if you have purchased an article for ₹1000 and you are spending 100 rupees for its transportation or any delivery charges or any other charge you are paying extra apart from 1000 rupees, then that amount will be added to your cost price. Suppose you are purchasing an article for ₹1000 and you are paying extra amount as a delivery charge for that is 1000 rupees, 100 rupees, then the total cost price will be 1100. 1000 rupees plus 100 rupees, so the total CP will be 1100, not 1000 in this case. So overheads, if any, are always added to the original cost to get the total cost, and profit or loss percentage is always calculated on the total cost price. Suppose if you want to find out the percentage, profit percentage or loss percentage, then that will be calculated on the total cost price, which you have calculated after adding the overheads expenses or overheads. I hope this is clear to you now. Now coming to the main topic, that is discount. This word really makes us exciting. Whenever we hear this word discount, we just get to know, or we just imagine that something we will be getting at reduced price. Yes, this is the main meaning of this word discount, and here in this chapter comparing quantities, we will be dealing with this word discount and other terms related to this word, that is discount. Sometimes in order to dispose of old goods or to increase the sales or to attract the customers to buy their products, shopkeepers, what do? They just offer the goods at reduced prices. Or sometimes you must have seen the banners like special offer, huge sale, discount up to 50%, rush to avail of lifetime opportunity, and these are all the ways that the shopkeepers offer the customers so that they can, or to attract the customers to buy their respective products. So they offer the goods at reduced prices, and so the discount means reduction in prices. Simple. This is a very simple word. You must have heard in your daily life also, and you are all well aware about this word. Now, what is this marked price? Coming to the marked price, this is another important term which you must have heard, and let us see in detail. The price printed on an article or written on a slip attached to it is called its marked price. Whenever you purchase an article, you have seen a tag attached to that particular article. That is your marked price. The price that is marked on a particular item. As the name indicates, the price that is marked on a particular item is known as marked price, or the price printed on an article or written on a slip attached to it is called its marked price. Whenever you purchase any new article, any new product, any new commodity, then one tag is being attached to that, and that shows you the marked price of that particular article, of that particular commodity, and there may be other details also regarding that product, but the price is always printed on the tag of that particular article. So the price printed on an article or written on a slip attached to it is called its marked price. And the marked price of an article is also called its listed, catalogued, or advertised price. The other names of marked price are listed price, catalogued price, or advertised price. And now let us see how will you define discount. The amount deducted, because discount refers to the reduction in prices, so the amount deducted from the marked price of an article is called its discount or trade discount. You can also say discount can also be said as trade discount. Every time whenever a discount is being offered, then they always deduct the amount from the marked price or the tag price or the listed price of the article. So the amount deducted from the marked price of an article is called discount or trade discount. And children, as profit percent and loss percent are always calculated on the cost price, in the similar manner discount percent is always calculated on the marked price of that article, because we need to deduct the amount from the marked price of an article to get the discount price or the trade discount or discount. Now let us see a few more points about the discount. Usually discount is given as percentage. You must have seen this, that every time it is being written that discount up to 50%, discount up to 25%, discount up to 15%. Likewise, so usually discount is given as percentage on the marked price. Thus, by a discount of 12.5%, what do we mean? We mean that price of the article is to be reduced by 12.5% of the marked price. We need to find first 12.5% of the marked price and then deduct it from the marked price so that we can get the final price, and that price is known as selling price. You will be looking at the next definition. This is the selling price. The price of an article after deducting discount from the marked price is called selling price or net price. So it is paid by the customer. The price of an article after deducting discount from the marked price is called selling price or net price. It is the price paid by a customer. Obviously, customer paid the discount, paid the selling price. So the price of an article after deducting discount from the marked price is called selling price or net price. It is the price paid by the customer. It is, we are the customers and we need to pay the selling price or the net price. So selling price can be given by the formula. This is the formula of selling price. Marked price minus discount. Obviously, as we have seen in the definition, that the price of an article after deducting discount from the marked price. So marked price minus discount will give you selling price. This is the formula of selling price in terms of marked price and discount. And discount percent, as I told you, that discount is always calculated on marked price. So discount percent is given by this formula, discount over marked price into 100%. Simple as this. Discount will be given to you in the question, marked price will be given to you in the question. You are supposed to only find out discount percent, and then using this formula you can calculate discount percent as discount over marked price into 100%. And then if the discount is D%, suppose discount is given to you as D%, then let us see which formula you will be using to find SP. SP, we know that MP minus discount. We have seen in the previous slide that SP is equal to MP minus discount. Then MP minus, as discount is given to you in percentage, so it will be D over 100 of MP, as it is calculated always on MP, so it will be D by 100 of MP. Then MP we have taken common here outside. It is written outside, so it will be 1 minus D over 100 into MP. So the formula will be SP is equal to 1 minus D over 100 into MP. You can use this formula or you can use this formula, but if discount is given to you in percentage, then you need to calculate this also, D% of MP. Okay, so SP is given by 1 minus D over 100 into MP. Now coming to next topic, that is successive discounts. Successive discounts means, suppose a discount of 15% is given on the marked price of an article. A shopkeeper is saying that a discount of 15% is given on the marked price of an article, and further a discount of 5% is given on the reduced price. First of all, you will be calculating this discount, percent and then discount of 5% is given on the reduced price, then we say that successive discounts are given. First of all, discount of 15% is given on the marked price, and then further a discount of 5% is given, then we can say that successive discounts are given. If two successive discounts are given to us, that is D1% and D2%, then SP will be given by this formula. If three discounts are given to you, then D3 you can include in the formula. Then the formula will be 1 minus D1 over 100 into 1 minus D2 over 100 into 1 minus D3 over 100 into MP. Here I have taken the case of two successive discounts. So it will be 1 minus D over 100 into 1 minus D2 over 100 into MP of MP. You are supposed to calculate this, and if n number of discounts are given, then it can go till Dn. Simple as this. Actually, normally in the questions two successive discounts are given, but it can give you in the question three successive discounts can be given, four successive discounts can be given. Then you can keep on adding 1 minus D3 by 100, 1 minus D4 by 100, likewise into MP. Now, if the discount is given to you in numbers, marked price is given to you as 535, selling price is 495. You need to find out the discount. We know the formula SP. We have learned the formula SP is equal to marked price minus discount. So in terms of discount, what will be the formula? Marked price minus selling price. So marked price is 535 minus 495. You will be getting 40. So if discount is given to you in numbers, you can calculate discount using this formula simply. If discount is given to you in percentage, then what you are supposed to do? A toy priced rupees 500. It means 500 is the marked price of this article and discount of 5% is given. You need to find the discount. Simple. Discount you are supposed to calculate, and we know that discount percent is always calculated on the marked price. So it will be 5% of 500 as percent sign is given, and we know that percentage is a special fraction in which the denominator is 100. So it will be 5 over 100 into 500. So the discount will be rupees 25. Coming to the homework part, children, you are supposed to complete exercise 8.2 in homework notebook. GST and VAT questions are not to be done. Apart from those, on the basis of the concepts which I have taught you, you can complete exercise 8.2. Now coming to homework solutions of exercise 8.2. The homework which I have given you in the previous lecture, let us see the solutions of that very lecture. Question number 4. The cost of an article was 15,500. Rupees 450 was spent on its repairs. If it is sold for a profit of 15%, find the selling price of the article. Children, as we have discussed that if the amount which is spent on the repairs, transportation, insurance, etc., this is known as overhead. These are known as overhead expenses or overheads, and then this amount is to be added to the cost price. Okay, so let us see the solution. Cost price of the article is 15,100 and overhead charges are rupees 450. Profit percent is given to you as 15%. Then we need to find the selling price of the article. So the new cost price will be cost price which is already given to us, that is 15,500 plus overhead charges. These are the charges paid by that particular person or to purchase for its repairs. Then these are to be added to the cost price because these are the overhead charges or overhead expenses. Then it will be total cost price will be 15,950. And selling price, we know CP plus profit. CP plus profit is given to you in percentage. So it will be P% of CP. And that will be 15,950. Here children, I have not taken the original cost price. I have taken here the total cost price, that is 15,950. And this P% will always be will also be calculated on this new CP, that is total CP. So it will be 15,950 into 15 over 100. So it will be, after solving this, you will be getting 15,950 plus 2,392 decimal 5. Then total will be this amount, 18,342 decimal 5. So the selling price of the article will be 18,342.50. So this was the question based on the concept of overhead expenses. Firstly, you are supposed to add the overhead expenses to the cost price to get the total cost price, and then you need to find the selling price with this the simple way I told you, or you can use the formula also. Let us see question 6. During a sale, a shop offers a discount. This is a question of discount of 10% on the marked price of all the items. What would a customer have to pay for a pair of jeans marked at rupees 1450 and two shirts marked at rupees 850 each? So in this case, in this question, customer, we have to find what will be the selling price of this total. In total, what will be the selling price, because a person has purchased, or during a sale a shop offers a discount of 10% on the marked price of all the items, and two shirts are being marked at rupees 850 each. Pair of jeans is marked at rupees 1450. Let us see how we will do this question. Discount percentage is given to you as 10%. Marked price of the pair of jeans is 1450. Marked price of a shirt is given to you as 850. As it is mentioned that two shirts are being marked at 850 each. So we need to find the marked price of two shirts. That will be 850 into 2, that will be 1700. So it will be, total MP will be marked price of pair of jeans plus marked price of two shirts, that will be giving you 3150. So discount on total MP, that is 10%, discount percentage is given, 10% of 3150. You will be solving like this, and then it will be 315. We need to find SP, and we know that SP is given by this formula, MP minus discount. So putting the values, MP also we know, that is 3150 minus discount we have calculated, that is 315, and simple, we will be getting the answer as 2835. So the amount customer has to pay is rupees 2835. Or you can use this formula also, because I told you that if discount is given to you in percentage, then you can use this formula also to find SP. Simply put the value of discount percent and MP in this formula, you will be getting directly SP, that is selling price. So children, you are supposed to complete exercise 8.2 of NCERT book in your homework notebook, and the questions of GST and VAT are not to be done by you. Thank you so much.